Because that is one sexy man.
One sexy French vanilla bastard.
Olivier Giroud.
Hey!
Still hate Arsenal though.
Oh, at least it's someone players.
Really? I didn't mind Arsenal. Are you all fucking Spurs wankers?
No, he's Spurs.
No, I am.
I'm Arsenal.
Oh.
Yeah, which one's worse now, huh?
Oh, that makes a question. That's a question.
Don't ask him who he prefers because he's got a lot of built-up anger.
What do you mean?
Hello, welcome. Episode 6. Shit.
Episode 5-6.
5.5.
Episode 56.
Episode 69.
Whoa, Matt'll be dead by then. It's fine.
I'll probably be dead by
I think
next
I
week.
think we get a P45 by then.
I'm not gonna give myself a P45.
Well,
I'll give you a P45.
Yeah, episode 6.
5.5.
No, we're recording before episode 5.
4.5.
Well, good job telling them all that. Good
Well,
job.
look, they're gonna know anyway. This
yes.
is pre-recorded. It's not live.
This is a pre-recorded one, 2 weeks prior to its release.
Kiki,
Because
do you
George
love me?
has
I have a life and
Commitment-
I have to-
George has
issues.
a relationship
Commitment issues.
and needs to go away.
Yeah, well, I don't spend all that money to sit in a room with you, fine fellows. I wish I did.
I mean, you should.
I really should.
One day, son. One day.
One day, I
One
should
day.
come. Yeah.
One day.
So yeah, this is pre-recorded. So yeah, this is why. If you're wondering why whatever big has happened in the future that we don't know about hasn't been covered on this one, it's because we don't know it yet. Basically, so then the one after should be back to normal. So it will just be me, jet lagged, being filled in on all the shit that's happened by Matt and Connor.
Well, yeah. If anything happens.
If anything,
happens, literally.
Like Barry Chuckle.
No, we can't mention him again.
I'll mention him again.
No, we'll apologise in last week.
We're apologising last week, which is
Episode
next
5.
week.
Yeah. Well, the one,
Yeah.
yeah, 2 days from now, which is last week.
Yes.
Yes.
Talk about coincidence, though. I mean, like, we didn't even
Yeah.
mean for it.
Yeah. So basically, episode 4, we spoken.
Who
with
should we add to our hit list next?
we've kind of created a curse for ourselves because how long was it for? Like a good 5-10 minutes. Talked about the Chuckle Brothers, in particular Barry
Yeah.
Chuckle, who Matt even said was probably on his deathbed.
Yeah, and I quote,
Yeah. So
I never said
So-
such a thing.
I've got the auditory.
we get copyright from ourselves. So we are really bad. So we probably if you're listening to this in
This
all,
is a future past talk, okay?
yes, you know, we cut it short. Like, if you're listening to this in order, then we've already apologised last week, but we're really sorry
Yeah,
if our curse took him.
I also
Yeah.
just want to say, watch out.
Well,
What?
if you draw attention to the curse, then
Yeah.
it negates the curse.
We're sorry,
Otherwise,
but
I'd talk about Donald Trump and Piers Morgan all day.
we're sorry, but you're next.
Can we please talk about Donald Trump and Piers Morgan all day?
Yeah, but then
In
we
particular,
just won't
Piers
kill him.
Morgan.
Yeah, we just like, oh man, I really wish. If only we could. If only it was that easy to kill Piers Morgan. He's like a Horcrux.
To
We're
kill
we're
him,
sorry,
you must
guys.
kill yourself
We're sorry, guys, but
first.
whoever we mention next, you're next. Okay.
Well,
That's
we
what
won't know
they're
until it
trying to say.
happens because if we draw attention to it, it won't happen. But
I
if we
say-
do it normally, then
I say, can we have a list of names we should never talk about?
But we write them down first, and then
Yeah.
we'll say them, and then it
yeah,
will.
Is there some
we'll
people I don't want to
we'll hold
pass
hands
away?
in a circle and chant "Kumbaya" and save them.
My lord.
Kumbaya, my lord. Kumbaya.
Tom Baker, we can never speak about,
Or David
What?
Jason.
or David Jason,
I see.
David Dason,
Jumanji Basin.
or Jumanji.
No, we
Alan.
can talk about Jumanji. we can talk about that all day.
Oh, it's a creepy film, creepy monkeys. Not as good as
Original
everyone
or
thinks it is.
remake?
Both.
No.
Remake was just like The Rock in another movie with The Rock
I'm a
about The
girl.
Rock, but this one he doesn't have one leg.
Like,
I'm a
Still
girl.
haven't seen Skyscraper.
I know we've complained about like Disney creating a monopoly on films. I think Dwayne Johnson is doing it by himself.
I wouldn't be
Yeah.
surprised
He's
if he
highest
bought
paid.
out Disney.
He probably could.
He's just like in everything.
He is. He's highest paid actor, I think.
The
Still.
DJCU, the Dwayne Johnson Cinematic Universe.
He's like, it's just like, oh, you don't want me in a film? Well, too fucking bad.
Because he's been in like all of his films are like the same.
Action, comedy, action again, comedy.
Is there comedy in some
Action
of them?
comedy, comedy action,
Bracket comedy.
and actual comedy.
Basically, when it's trying to be a serious film and they were like, oh, that was more comedic. Ah, well,
It's
a comedy.
Hey.
Boom, boom.
It's a comedy film.
Don't
That's
talk
what
about Basil
we were
Brush either. We'll kill him.
That's what we were aiming for.
You've like negated the curse. Stop it. It's like
Kiki,
It's like
When
Beetlejuice.
you're right.
Kiki, do you love me?
See, now you're
Are
passing
you
it on to
riding?
you know who.
I don't know the rest of the words.
I just know it's Kiki, are you riding? And then it's.
I never heard the song until George kept singing it on the way here. I literally wanted to look at him and be like, what
Don't
the
get him
fuck are
started
you
on the
about?
journey here. Do
What
not
would you-
ask Connor about his day. Please.
What happened on the journey? You'll find out.
What did happen on the journey?
Well, didn't there's been an episode where Matt's lost his mind and where I've lost my mind.
Well, guess what, folks? It's come on to me.
It's Connor's time.
Connor, you have the floor. Go.
The proverbial floor.
You're actually sitting
Not
down.
yet, not yet, not yet. Give it a chance.
Oh,
I've got
yeah.
to let it come out naturally, like we did with, you know what, last week.
Like your heat stroke.
Yeah,
Well, that's just me
yeah.
talking over you.
No,
That was just you would not shut the fuck up.
literally.
It was fucking hilarious though.
Hey, get them viewers, kids.
Get the
Sorry.
viewers watch me die of heat exhaustion.
Did he touch my leg again?
Oh, sorry.
Is this what happened on the journey?
Oh,
Oh, don't touch me there, Mr. Krabs. Are you feeling it now, Mr. Krabs?
Krusty Krab pizza. Here's the
The
pizza
pizza
for you and me.
Can we talk about briefly how good SpongeBob was back in the day?
No.
What season did it go to shit?
I don't
All
know.
of
it. Nah, mate, like, come on.
I love
It's, it's the biggest, like...
Overrated piece of kids' books.
Wait, no.
Yes, yes, it is.
alright.
I don't like
Hey,
SpongeBob. I don't like it.
No,
Like,
I
I
don't
can't
like
say any.
SpongeBob.
I can't say anything of the later episodes, but like
They are
back,
shit. It's like with Simpsons, isn't it?
Yeah, the
yeah,
later
like,
episodes.
it's had a decline in quality. I
The
imagine,
later
but-
episodes being episode 2 of season 1, yes. That's how shit it got that quick.
Wait, no, SpongeBob was good, man.
No, it wasn't.
It was, man. We're all Squidward inside. Unless you're Mr. Krabs.
I like money.
Unless
You
you're,
don't.
or a mixture of both of them. Because I hate myself and I do like money. I'm a mixture of both
I don't know
of
who
them.
I am right now.
I hate money.
You're a plankton. You just hate everyone.
Well,
I love karate. I love karate, and I love money. Yay! And I hate all of you.
But
What an amazing episode that was.
it was golden. I can't see why you hate it.
oh, because I just did. Because it was just
Wait until
every.
you hear his opinions of Iron Man.
You
Stop teasing the audience.
You have bad opinions. Nah, man. Connor, fuck
Stop
out my
teasing
room.
it.
Kiki,
Go on.
do you love
Stop
me?
teasing the
Are you
audience.
right?
We'll
Go
get to it.
go have another bad journey home.
Oh,
Which I still don't
Took
even know.
3 hours to get on the journey.
Well, yeah.
What
Yeah.
happened on the journey, guys?
What happened to time?
I'll get you. I'll be there in 10 minutes.
He'll be there for you when it suits him, not you.
Look, if you're,
I got kept in the loop, but the loop never
I
fucking.
kept
it
you
just
in
kept-
the fucking loop.
It's like being on the other end of a whip.
I mean, if
The
if
whip
you're
never
if you're on
fucking-
about me, I was being sick, and you can't have a go at me.
This isn't directed at you yet. This ain't you
Ain't-
yet.
ain't you yet.
At me, yeah.
Yeah.
Look, I was being sick.
No, but what happened last week?
love it, keeps
And
it-
the week before? And the week before?
I've been stuck on night shift, and I was
He
stuck
was
on
being
night
sick on
shift.
night.
No, I
He was sick on the night,
No,
manager.
I've
I
been
gave
sick.
you a bit of sympathy. I said today you probably got home from a crazy shift, 13-hour shift, and you probably.
No, I've just
Yeah.
been sick
You've just
today.
been sick.
I've just been sick today.
But when I phoned him and he just woken up, he was like, "Can we leave it another hour?"
Yeah, like come
Oh.
on, man.
Hey, look, next
This
week
is why we love you.
Next-
it'll be fine. Next week, it'll be, next week.
I thought we said that last week. And the week before.
He went on the biggest, he went on about so much stuff that I didn't even know what it was anymore in the car. And I
What do you
nearly
mean?
fucking had a seizure
You
and crashed.
You make me what? You make me sound like I'm a crazy fucking
You are
Dr.
because
Octopus.
yeah, because you were saying about how you could have spent more time with your nan. And you're saying how it was my fault.
Well, no, fucking Nan. Shout out to my Nan.
Nanny Quill.
Look, I just want to say I've got one night shift tonight, and then I'm off nights.
What, for the rest of your life?
Yeah, I'm never going back on
Until another manager says that he wants to work nights.
it. Yeah, Matt, you want to go back on nights? You can fuck right off.
Yeah.
my god.
I actually want to be able to actually function like a normal human being and not fall asleep every 2 seconds again. That'd be nice.
Speaking to you yesterday, you're like, I love life again. I've had sleep at the right time and I've eaten. It's great. And then I spoke to you earlier. You're like, I hate everything.
No,
I'm dying.
No, I think, and I quote, I said, I'm happy, but I feel crap inside, is what I think.
You also
I
said that that's like how you think Connor feels every day. Not like Connor Devlin.
Well,
Not you, Connor.
He
Not
said
you.
he thinks that Connor Devlin is happy all the time but secretly dying inside, which I thought was quite deep. Shout out to Connor.
No,
I love Connor.
I meant it in the fact that he's always drinking, so his insides must feel like just a weird concoction of
Good
just
save.
alcohol.
Mate, today, today, I could have had more. I was going over the limit, but
He kept drinking. He was like telling people he was coming, and then they're like, "What time is it,
yeah.
What time is it in
madam?
this
What
world
year
of
is
ours?
this?"
In this world of ours, what time is it?
I can't see Connor's face.
I'm just gonna back. They are taking a picture right now because
Yeah, he's trying to.
Connor, get in
he's
it.
trying to be like a fucking
Get
poser.
in it.
right in the middle. No, oh my god, that flash, man.
All you can
Anyway.
see is your fucking
I'm just
face.
sending that to Connor, not you, because that would be a waste.
Oh, thanks, man. Can I just bring it back to why do you hate SpongeBob? I get it why you hate the later
Nazi
episodes,
Germany.
but like the back in the day, like back in its
No,
heyday.
it's just overrated. It's just, I don't know.
Did you watch the SpongeBob
We're
movie?
trying to
Yes.
use the real Dirty Dan. I am. Oh, SpongeBob.
No, sorry, I am the president of the SpongeBob Hate Fan Club.
The
Yeah.
SpongeBob hate fans.
Yeah, fan club.
Isn't that called, most depressed
Haters.
20-year-olds?
Isn't that called the Star Wars fandom?
Well, where you just
These-
hate everything that you love. Yeah, that's the Star Wars fandom, alright.
Yes, it is.
Bringing it back. I need them views, baby.
Hey, now we can tag them and we can
Yeah,
get at least
hey, while
10
we're on that
views.
subject, where have the views been? Like,
Huh?
guys,
Where are the
guys,
views
where
now,
the
eh?
fuck have you been?
No,
Like,
you,
what happened?
you sitting in the front row eating ice cream.
Where the fuck have you guys been?
Who the fuck are you?
This is turned into like a rant now. Like diss
Rant?
track.
Rant. That was the
Sounds like
most
a rant.
poshest way I've ever heard someone say
When
a
I get
rant.
really hungry, I have a rant on my
Oh,
podcast.
I woke up today not to give it a single fuck, and
So you
I had a
didn't give a
rant.
fuck, you didn't give a fuck, and you had a rant
Oh,
about
I
the
had-
Bastards.
I had a nice randy rant
You had
today.
a nice rondy.
I
Well, I was having a
I
rant
had a
with
rant
Georgie.
and it was very naughty as I was sipping on my champagne and eating my caviar.
Why did you sound like Sean Connery and like Tommy Wiseau had a baby?
Caviar.
Because that's
You know.
that's what the way he said a rant sounded.
I did not hit it.
It's a
not
rant.
true. That's bullshit.
Rant.
I did not hit
Rant.
it.
It's a
I
rant.
did not.
Grant.
Oh, hi, Mark.
I mean, that's what it is. It's Grant
Grant, but
with the G.
You're
taken
tearing me
away.
apart, Lisa.
You can have a rant about the word rant.
Rant. Well, yeah, this has turned into a fucking rant.
Kiki.
No.
Yeah, so we need to go see the room live. Vlog that shit.
I want to meet Tommy Wiseau.
I want me
Oh.
Tommy too and do Tommy voice to Tommy.
Oh, hi, doggy.
Oh mate, you really need to get like his underwear with his
You're
like,
my
head in it.
favourite customer. Who are you?
Oh, sorry, Tommy. Didn't know it was you. Oh, here's the key to change. Bye. You're my favourite customer.
Oh, I didn't realise.
I didn't realise it was you, you big like lesbian vampire looking emo fuck with glasses on.
Oh, hi, doggy.
Kiki.
Are you ready?
Oh my god, this episode's sponsored by Drake.
Yeah,
What?
literally.
I wish.
Give me your money, Drake. Put me in your next music
No,
video.
fuck
Give-
your money.
No.
Put him in his music video. Put him in his music video. Just don't,
Fuck your
just don't
money.
ask. Just don't ask him to organise the time.
Oh yeah. Every decision clear to
We have a
Nichols in
dig.
time.
We have a dig, but we're having a laugh. We still love you.
Look,
I don't know if I'm laughing. I don't know if I'm laughing.
I mean, you've broken Connor's spirit, but apart from that, I think that just creates good content. So thank
It
you.
creates ripples in time and space.
I just say I never organised the time. I just said tomorrow.
You're like Wednesday. We should pre-record this, like as soon as we can, because I'm off all day, so it's like it's fine by me.
Yeah, I didn't really think I'll be waking up to being sick though. So.
That is true. Illness does take us all in the end. Like Barry Chuckle.
Oh.
We're so sorry. We are like resting peace.
Can we have a rant about what George just said?
No, I am really sad that Barry Chuckle's gone. Did you
Yeah.
watch Chuckle Time on Channel 5?
No,
It
I
was
don't
ba-
own a TV.
Oh, was the one there?
Well,
There's one, what's
excuse
that
me,
on the
sir, but
fucking
what
wall?
is that device behind you?
It's,
Don't
it's
tell
an
the
electronic mirror.
Don't come for my TV license.
I can't wait for them to actually respond to this and actually kill him.
No, I pay TV license.
Well, you have to because of like where you live.
I didn't know it was the 1960s.
No, you still have to pay
You
it.
still have to have it, otherwise you die.
You're fucked.
But
That's
like,
good to so many
No.
places.
Die
Like-
of boredom.
you know, obviously, a lot of people now don't actually own a TV. Say if
Yeah.
I owned a PC, right?
I have a
which I do,
PC and wanky hide
But I
button was my
watched-
idea.
But I watch TV through the PC. Do I then have to pay a TV license? Because it's not a TV, it's a monitor.
That is
Yeah.
very. You have to pay a monitor's license. You have to pay monetization fees.
Oh god.
So I won't be paying anything to
It's a
YouTube.
paradox. It's a paradox.
No, YouTube don't pay anything to you unless you're PewDiePie,
No, because I don't pay anything to him.
No.
KSI or Logan Paul.
There you
Actually,
go.
How's it
There you
going,
go.
bro?
There you go. Unless you can't say or Logan Paul, you ain't getting fuck all money.
Logan, will you fight KSI?
I mean, they are.
Yeah.
The fighting.
I just can't wait for that to
this
be
month.
over.
What about him saying like Joe Sugg and Casper not being competition? Like,
Who
KSI
gives a
just
fuck?
I mean,
Who
they're
cares
not.
about
They
these
look like
idiotic
lesbians.
fuckwits? Who cares?
They look like
I don't care.
lesbians.
lesbians.
They're all pricks. Fuck them all. I can't wait for them to like be fucking bankrupt and like
Homeless.
not relevant anymore. Just why are they still relevant? It's like fucking Johnny Depp all over again. Why give these people a fucking platform?
They've taken
Well,
it back.
see, the only thing I will say that about all of them that we just mentioned, other than KSI, because he is single-handedly dragging the YouTube scene from the UK into mainstream media. Let's be real.
Yeah, let's be real.
Mm.
So
There
credit
you go.
where credit's due on that one.
Yeah, cool. There you go. We're done with that.
Yeah, moving on.
Sweet G.
Sweet dreams.
Amid of these, who am I to disagree?
You
I
can't keep
travel
singing
the
every
world and the
fucking
seven
week.
seas.
Gonna get more copyright claims.
Cause some of them
Stop fucking singing!
Right, shall we get on to the main meat today, folks?
Oh, fucking hell.
Actually, sorry, I forgot to ask. Are you guys sitting comfortably?
No.
Not necessarily you two, but the viewers.
I'm currently
No.
sitting on your lap. That doesn't really count as comfortable.
Wait, is this the journey all over?
No, the journey
journey
is
to
a
the centre of
story.
the earth.
It was
The
a rough
journey is a
ride while he
story.
was sitting on top of
It's
it.
a journey to the
centre
journey
of the
is a
TARDIS.
story mode on FIFA.
I thought you were going to
Oh,
say
God,
journey
no.
to the centre of the earth.
I did
Brendan
first of all.
Fraser.
I did first of all, and that's a TARDIS, but anyhow.
Dwayne Johnson, to bring it back to his monopolisation, was in Journey 2. The Mysterious Island.
There was a journey too.
Yeah, and there's meant to be a Journey 3 from Earth to the Moon.
How the fuck are they?
Well, that shit.
Like the first one, alright, that was good. Good time, didn't think there was a need for it. I didn't know there was a second one. I must say.
George of the Jungle is the best Brendan Fraser film.
Was that a mix of Godzilla, King Kong, and George of the Jungle? No.
It makes Oh. Yeah, so, are you sitting comfortably? Good. Then we'll be... So basically, what we tried to go on about before we rambled for fucking 20 minutes. Shit.
Yeah, what the fuck are you two on? It's every week. I just sit back and be
Oh, it's every
silent.
week, even though you had a rant about you being, like, not on
I have
time.
a rant about having a rant, and then
Yeah, I haven't spoken this much this episode, so don't blame me this week.
no news this week because we're doing that on the actual episode 5 because we're recording this before episode 5.
Episode 4.4 or 5.
This is episode 6.
It's-
Last week was episode 5 that we record in 2 days. It's not that hard to.
I'm a petulant child.
Oh, I've got. It's like Austin Powers. If I go back to 96, I've gone cross-eyed. Anyway, so we thought with Ant-Man was out, we did a review on that. We talked about Michael Douglas, other things.
How savage he was.
Matt probably talked about Luis for a while, and Michael Pena.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
Um,
definitely.
We thought we'd start because we don't have any other content to pull out of our anus this week. We're gonna
MCU
reviews.
Oh, I didn't know we were doing that. Like,
Well, we never do. We never plan.
We need a catchphrase and a theme.
Fuck it, we're going live.
5 on 5. Yeah, so we're going to start our MCU review that we promised like last week.
Or the week before.
Or the week,
Depending
whenever
on when
it
you,
was.
depending on when you're watching this, it
Madam,
might have been a century ago.
If you're watching this on repeats on Dave, it's been a while.
congratulations. You need to get with the time. Although Top Gear repeats on Dave.
It's
It's all the classic ones.
all the good
good
ones.
ones.
Yeah, but on Netflix they put on all the specials.
Yeah, I
Oh.
know. The specials are
The best.
That's
Golden.
amazing.
They
the
are so
specials
special.
are
Oh,
the best.
legit.
The
Legit.
Vietnam one
They're
was
lit, mate.
Legitimate.
The Vietnam one was litty.
I like the one.
Litty.
litty.
I love the one where they drive through the jungle and then James May falls off the plank and like hits his bollocks on it.
Yeah.
It's just the sound of they're just that, and then just
And
Jeremy
then
laughing.
just one and the other two just. That's so good.
Guys, watch it.
No, our Top Gear review. I mean MCU. Yeah, so we thought we'd do that because this is pre-recorded and we need some filler. So we're gonna this week today, last week, yesterday,
Tomorrow.
next Saturday lunchtime. We're doing the MCU. We thought we'd do phase 1 so we can do in depth on the first 6 films.
Yes.
And
Yeah,
plus,
6 films.
And plus, then we don't have to like go through like everything at once.
Yeah.
It spaces it out, so we'll do like phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, TV shows,
Spin-offs.
spin-offs.
Oh god.
Shorts. Shorts.
Yeah, I'm wearing shorts.
For
I'm
fuck's
not
sake, I mean, like... The
Oh, what, the
one
one-shots?
shots. Yes, that's what I meant. No,
One
the
kiss
shorts.
is all it takes. No, yeah, probably. We'll probably go through them.
I like
Wait.
how you had a go at me for singing, and you just started singing as well.
I'm gonna get the
I
one
didn't
shots
say-
up so that if they're in any of the first phase films,
Hypocrite.
we can talk about them.
A hypocritical kryptonite.
You're a hypocrite having a rant.
Oh yeah, that's why I'm eating your
So,
caviar.
we're
About
gonna-
being litty.
Look,
You're
guys,
trouble-filled caviar.
phase 1. Let's
Yes.
start at the beginning.
I like how your phone just says Kiki. Do you want?
Yeah,
Are you
he
right?
has got no...
I really don't.
But
Listening to
seriously,
one
the
song.
best video of that one is the dude where the guy just gets absolutely fucking floored.
Okay, Barry.
No, it's in a golf cart, and it's like so he's doing it outside this little golf cart, and everyone just whacks into him. He just like completely drives into it, and he's just laying on the floor afterwards. It's fucking hilarious. And the one where the guy gets robbed in South London, that's also golden.
Yeah.
He just drives off dancing in the car.
Fucking
to it as well.
Kiki. Goddamn Kiki.
Okay, so there are
Internet trends are weird.
They really fucking are.
there are 3 one shots that are in phase 1,
Yes. Right.
and the other 2 are in phase 2.
Oh, I thought they kept making them. I thought they were
No, they
like...
stopped after All Hail the King.
Oh, was that it? Yeah. Disappointment.
It is disappointment. They need to do one shots again.
The last sort of short I thought of was the Civil War Team 4 thing. I mean, this is...
That was all. That was in one shot esque style,
Thing,
but
yeah,
it was
no, it
Taika
wasn't.
Waititi and it was funny. And plus, that was like just Daryl.
Yeah. Hey, guys.
Daryl.
Okay, so back at the beginning, phase 1,
Yes.
first film,
The shittest
the film
one
that
at the
Matt
moment.
will start off. Oh.
Oh yeah.
And with that, we will let MC Matt, whatever his middle name is, Shepherd, take the floor with
MC,
2008.
MC
Iron
dropped
Man.
the mic. Hammer.
Come on.
Matthew.
Oh, for
I've
fuck's
dropped my bottle.
You drop the bottle and punch the mic.
Yeah, because we're going back. We gotta go back.
We gotta go back, buddy.
Back. We gotta go back to the future, back to a more simpler time, 2008, before
That sounds like the
When
past.
life was simple.
where
Jane-
before
when-
Marvel sent their little.
When video games of movies were still shite.
I was going to say when they were good. I was saying when video games were good and
No.
So, have you seen the Iron Man one?
Oh, you're talking about them games.
But no, back when video games were
Relatively simple.
coming out of the like
They're coming out of the
90s
closet.
golden age,
Coming out of
almost.
like the pixely
like
era.
when
like
they were doing the
pixely
transition
to
and
HD,
like just everything
yeah,
was kind of
to
shite.
HT, yeah.
Yeah, when everything was kind of shite in that transitional period, but films were
Golden.
good.
Mm.
And then 2008, an Iron Man burst onto
And
the
Iron
screen.
Man.
And Iron.
And Iron Man, giant
An
man.
Iron Giant Man burst onto
Robert
the
Downey
screens
Jr. man.
Yes.
with
Burst
the most
forth.
kick-ass soundtrack. Just I
Iron Man. Vote for me. That's a Simpsons reference.
That
isn't
is a Simpsons reference, yeah. Nelson Muntz.
Yeah.
Definitely a Simpsons reference, but
it? Yay, Iron Man.
Get the move on, Slowpoke.
no. But like the thing is, Marvel were like, oh look, we know we've been absolutely shite with every single film we've made.
No, they
Yes.
weren't, because there weren't that many out. I mean, there were shit
Well,
ones.
No,
they still
but
had
every,
X-Men.
everything
Whoa.
that they made was shit up until that point.
You had,
Basically.
you, had
X-Men.
you had Sony Universe 1.0 Spider-Man.
Yeah.
That's good.
With Tobey
Well,
Maguire.
two films of that were good. Like I'm saying about like their TV shows and just like generally most of their products were
Mainly because they
shite.
kept selling off the fucking rights.
Exactly, and
Yeah,
other
they're-
companies had rights to every
because
other
they were
character.
bankrupt before they had money.
Exactly, and
Yeah.
like if you go back and watch some of the older things, they're just the quality of them.
Daredevil.
They're all very
Blade.
same.
They look like a B-Tech student film, which is B-Tech
Which you can
anyway.
watch on our channel here.
But like, it looks crap. Like,
Click
yeah,
the crap
granted, there
button.
was Spider-Man 1 and 2, fantastic,
Yeah.
and X-Men,
X-Men.
which
1 and
is
2.
incredibly dated now.
1 and
but
2
Yeah.
are amazing.
It was
2 is
still-
the 2 is
still
amazing.
They are good, but
They
they
are
are
still
well
fun.
dated.
Blade 1 and 2 are great.
Yeah,
3's a piece of shit.
but I mean,
is that all of
Fantastic
those?
Four, the Fantastic Four ones are
no,
fun.
because
No.
like if you go back before
Ghost
that, you
Rider.
have like Captain America's. And
Oh, you're
Oh,
talking
they're
about
talking
the
about the
ancient.
TV shit.
Yeah.
That
The
doesn't
ancient
count.
ones.
We're talking about
No.
feature film bollocks.
Yeah, but I'm just talking about Marvel as a company as
Yeah,
a whole.
like everything they
before 2008,
We've got 6 films. Let's get a move on, Slowpoke.
and Iron Man burst onto the screen
Pow!
with this comic-y sort of realistic take on a film.
Yes.
The first 10 minutes
Yes.
where he was trapped in a cave and there was a bunch of terrorist-looking sods. It
Little
sort of-
did
Sods.
It literally sent the message that they were trying to create an adult, like, orientated universe from the get-go.
And I think that's kind of what they wanted to do, and then realised,
It
oh
was a-
damn, we have a
yeah.
younger demographic than what we thought. Tone it down!
I don't think they did tone it
Slowpoke.
down. I don't think they toned it down. They sort of like it was always sort of it's always been tried to be grounded in reality and as close to sort of especially like the ultimate versions of the characters, like
Yeah.
as close to that and as real as they can make
The
it
good
while keeping in all the cosmic and outer space shit. And Iron
Whilst
Man,
keeping to the fact that it's, oh look, we are literally dealing with gods and
Yeah.
shit like that.
but they built up to that
And
and it was
Iron
well.
Man.
But we'll get to that. I'll explain later.
Which is a god in his own right.
Robert Downey Jr. was probably the most inspired casting of anyone.
Because if you look at Robert Downey Jr. before that, like,
Hello, Robert.
no, he hadn't been in anything, obviously,
be
for
fair,
so
I
long
was-
He'd been to
because...
prison.
What was he in? Like, okay, shit.
Prison. He was
Prison.
in prison. That's the main
How
thing.
many seasons that last?
I don't know. How long did Prison Break last for?
5, 6,
Oh, not
7.
that, but
No, but like, obviously he hadn't been in any sort of acting role for a long time before that. How did you hurt yourself doing
I
that?
clicked my elbow.
Karma, George.
And Robert Downey Jr. was like, hey, look at me, bitches. I'm Iron Man.
Look
They
at my
brought, they,
facial
brought,
hair.
they brought him back from the brink, and
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
everyone was like, "Oh no, him," but then it's like he is the
that's
best
virtually,
thing
that's-
that ever happened to Marvel.
that's
Yeah.
virtually every Doctor. Oh fuck, not that fucking twat. Oh wait, he's the best
No, but
Doctor.
when you've got like so much like of Iron Man's material to ponder over, you have like sort of the ideal person in your head, and like I sort of think that John Hamm would have been amazing.
John Hurt.
John Hamm,
John
not John
Hamm.
Hurt.
John Hamm.
Yeah, John Hamm.
John Hurtham.
John Hurtham.
Richard Hammond.
Yeah, Richard Hammond.
I reckon Richard Hammond could have done it. And
Uh,
over your head, you
China-
see
he
my
couldn't
V6
have tried-
He
Mustang.
couldn't have like fucking driven in a straight line.
I'm
Bit
trying to
deep.
Yeah,
imagine.
it's a good thing he flies and not.
I'm trying to imagine a Richard Hammond.
Well, we were chuffing in Richard Harris.
Richard Harris.
Yeah.
Dumbledore, he's dead. We
Like-
can't kill him, he's already dead.
Oh, Jesus.
Like Richard Hammond could have done it. Like,
Let's not stray from fucking.
Get a
rather
move
than-
on to the votes!
Okay. Well, you guys could also help me out here.
Well, we are.
Well, yeah.
Like the film
It's amazing. It
was good.
It builds a world that we never knew was coming.
we never would have imagined.
It
And-
leaves so many little open doors, like, you know, Rhodey, you know, spoiler, not Terrence Howard, getting the suit. You have all the stuff with Shield just sort of laying, like, just sprinkling the little goodness of
Pixie
universe. Yeah,
Particularly that post.
just literally like they just like salt bayed a little bit of like there's a bit Shield.
It's like here's a free
there's
beta
Agent
code.
Coulson.
Here's like a beta code.
and obviously
It's
all sort of brought together and rounded off with the like a post credit scene that probably no one saw
Yes.
because no one knew post credit scenes were a thing.
No.
But then
that wasn't a thing.
Sam Jackson tells us that he's part of a bigger universe we just don't know it yet.
The Avengers Initiative is happening.
He tells us to get a move on, Slogo.
But all
Yeah.
that, I think they just hit the ground running, and it's been something ever since. Like,
About-
they've just always been sort of like that is the quality that they're aiming for.
Yeah.
It's a great superhero film, grounded in as much world building as you can, but still a self-contained story.
You
that
don't need to see
connects to
anything
a
else
wi-
before
yeah,
it.
yeah, you don't. But it can still connect to the wider picture and still be like fun for everyone.
And like when you looked at the state of comic book films as a whole,
At that point, yeah. Yeah.
before that came onto the screen,
The only
it was
thing,
like,
the only thing worth mentioning is the Nolan DC Dark Knight trilogy.
Where is it? Where's Rachel?
I'm Batman.
I'm the Juggernaut, bitch.
but like the,
That was everything wrong with comic book movies right there.
yeah.
Yeah, that.
Don't you know who I am? I'm the Juggernaut, bitch.
Yeah.
Who's hiding, dickhead?
But it's such a good film, and probably still up there with one of my favourites in the Marvel franchise.
I mean, I like
Considering-
X-Men 3, but it's not. Oh, we're still talking about Iron Man.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Yeah,
Yeah.
one about Iron Man,
Jeez,
not
get to
X-Men.
move on.
Just because we mentioned the Juggernaut.
Yeah.
So Iron Man Uno starts off with billionaire Tony Stark, weapons manufacturer.
Considering he's my least favourite character, like least favourite superhero.
You're just making Matt angrier.
Well, that's the whole
You're
point.
just
He's
a
the
dick.
fucking Hulk. But I'm savage today, mate. You should have seen me on the journey.
I still want to know about this journey.
Well, find out in episode 6, folks.
This is episode 6.
This-
Episode 7! 5.5, 7.5. God
Are we
knows,
on about
mate.
the band, the journey? Like, I'm so confused.
Anyway,
No, Iron Man was in my mind, a shitty
I
character
met this girl
beforehand.
from us.
And then
Please
before I watched
stop.
that film, he's alright. He's alright. At that film,
you're
he was
not
alright.
jumping with as much joy as you should have for your overlord, Robert Downey Jr.
Well, he ain't my overlord. I didn't know him
He is.
before the Iron Man. I didn't know who he was.
He is our Lord and Master.
You're just a dick. aren't
I'm
you?
being honest.
I like
I
how-
didn't know who he
Go
was.
back to 2008. How did you not watch that film and come out and go, "Oh my
Oh,
god,
yes.
he's the coolest man"?
No,
in
to
the
be
world."
fair, I didn't. No, I don't know. To be fair, I didn't.
I haven't seen that at the
As
cinema.
soon
that
as
was amazing.
AC/DC started playing, I just was going around the house going, "I am
Iron
Iron
Man.
Man."
Da-na-na-na-na-na, vote for me. Keep playing
No,
out with
the-
the Simpsons reference.
No, the animated series was the 90s animated series is the only bit of Iron Man I knew before that.
Well, that's
And that
no
had a
wonder
very
you
sim-
didn't like him.
Yeah, but nobody really. Let's be real.
Got into-
No
Apart-
one really watched that.
No, I know this is going forward a
topic.
few phrases, but it's the same story with Guardians. Nobody
Who?
really knew that. Who? Star-Lord.
Landlord.
Who?
Nanlord.
Like,
I'm the
would your opinion
landlord.
be the same on that then? You didn't like it
Yeah, that
because
is
you
true.
didn't know
That
it?
is true that like when that was announced, it was like what a talking tree and a raccoon, and now it's
And some guy
Now
who
it's-
believes in stars.
now it's Wise Groot dead in Infinity War. Spoilers
Yeah.
for an old film that's well not old, but like it's coming out on Blu-ray soon.
Still no, you probably should have put a spoiler warning.
Yeah,
Spoiler! Oh, people
This
are
is-
fucking.
we're
If
talk-
you wanted
it's-
to see Infinity War, you fucking saw it opening week.
We're talking about phase
Don't
1,
bollocks
yet we're going to
me.
go on to phase 4 any second now.
Yeah,
No,
anyway.
I was just
Phase-
saying.
yeah,
I
phase
was
one.
making the point on
Yeah,
that.
you're saying that you
Like-
didn't expect it to be good, but then it blew your expectations away.
Yeah.
If only
But
the
then
same-
you're saying you hate it because it blew your expectations away.
I
because
hate
No.
that this film was so
Oh,
enjoyable.
because you
Jesus,
didn't know the character. You
Jesus
were like,
Christ.
oh well, I didn't know the character, so I can't get
Kiki.
emotionally
I watched-
invested.
I
in
watched
it.
the
Yeah.
series. He was my least favourite hero. I wouldn't think, oh, Iron Man, I'm gonna watch his film.
Well,
Like,
he is a secondary tier character because they
He
literally
was
was like, what have we got? What have we got
Yeah.
the rights to? Not obviously the big hitters.
we
But
need-
they look at the universe that they built, man. But we're getting ahead of
Yeah.
ourselves.
Yeah, Jesus Christ, keep your
Yeah, so
pants on.
anyway.
This is only the first film.
Tony Stark Tony Stark managed to build this in a cave with a box of scraps.
Why can't you figure it out?
Kevin Bridges was amazing as Obadiah Stane, his dad's business partner / antagonist.
Definitely.
That's the only gripe I have with the film.
What is
Him,
Jeff
as the
Bridges?
villain?
No, not Jeff Bridges as the villain.
Ironmonger.
Just the end.
Obadiah Stane.
Just the
Yeah,
the
the
final
fight.
10 minutes. That's
Yeah,
the only thing
it
that
was
I have like
anticlimactic,
right with
yeah.
the film.
Yeah.
So he goes to Afghanistan and gets blown up by one of his own missiles.
Which,
Gets
lots of
shrapnel in his chest, gets saved with his own botch job arc reactor, builds an Iron Man suit, escapes, and he's a changed man.
And then
But
he
it
goes,
really- yeah.
I'm not going to supply the terrorists anymore. I'm
Yeah.
going to stop them.
Yeah, and he
Mm.
changed. He don't know, but the thing is, like, that sort of sets him on his journey that he's still
Yeah.
on now. Like, he's always regretting anything he does that's bad, like with
Even-
Ultron and stuff like that.
Even
in the
before he
future.
put on the suit and when he was in LA or wherever he lives and he was just a millionaire playboy, Tony Stark,
Yeah,
basically Marvel's Bruce Wayne.
Moose
He was a dick. But then
Wayne
at
Bruce.
the end, he
Wayne
realised that he
Bridges.
is a man, and he, like you say, he went on to do greater things.
He wants to right the wrongs of his past.
Yep, like every other well-written character from any franchise.
But he is,
Well, that doesn't make him well
I
written.
feel
It
like,
just
yeah,
makes
no,
him
it
like
just-
every other character.
he is the one that goes on. He is our way in. He is the one that's been on the longest journey, and he's the glue that holds
the franchise.
not just at the time it was just phase
He's
one,
the
but
glue
whole
that makes it
franchise
super.
together.
He is the glue that makes it super. As
Superman.
cheesy as that sounds.
That's a good way to put it.
Iron
Yeah.
Man. Super Iron Man.
He
like
blows it
super
away.
Super
Fucking John
Iron.
Favreau's good as Happy Hogan.
Yeah.
Gwyneth Paltrow's surprisingly good as Pepper.
Very
Yeah.
A lot of
good.
relationships are built. First appearance of Clark Gregg as Agent Coulson.
Yes.
There's one shot in it will always stick with me. It's just the whole shooting of the tank with the little tiny missile that just pops
Tank
up.
missile.
And he's just turning
Yeah.
around. He's like, "Cool guys, don't look at explosions. Walk away."
Na 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 na.
Because it was like that was the introduction, basically.
That was like Iron Man's
to-
here, bitch.
Yeah.
And like
But
not
it's
only
Iron
to
Man.
just Iron Man, it was almost like
Welcome to the MCU.
yeah, it's like this is
This
us.
is Marvel.
Yeah, pretty much. It was
That's-
like this is
that's
Marvel. This
Sparta.
is where we're gonna go from here.
Yeah.
And that's almost like it's one of those shots that sort of, well, I mean, I may have been 10 years old and thought, oh my god, this is fucking amazing, but like,
You've seen it since, and you still hold your opinions.
Yeah.
Today.
Yeah. it's one of those things that
It
just
dragged you in.
engraved into you. Yeah. And it's like, alright, we're gonna start this journey, come along with us.
Every story has a beginning and an ending, but as for the end, it may not have been written.
Change, my dear, and it seems not a moment too soon.
Alright, you soppy Facebook post that you see.
Facebook.
Yeah.
You know.
He doesn't have Facebook.
Yeah. Something
Yeah,
like
No, I'm just saying
But he
it's
needs
like
it
one of
for the
those
bloody
posts that you'll
business.
see on Facebook.
Oh.
Like you'll be scrolling down your news feed and it's like,
I don't know about stop it. It'd be
every
no,
person has a story.
It would be a nerdy
like-
Facebook post if they put that on there. It'd be
nerd
nerdy.
Yeah, they'll
Bible
put a,
Facebook
they'll put a
post.
controller at the bottom, just like, oh yeah, it's nerdy now.
Yeah, it was amazing. I love Iron Man 1.
Mm.
There's not really. This is probably one of the few films in the MCU that there's not really anything bad to say about it.
No.
And there's
It
not
did-
really much to say about it that hasn't already been said about the
Yeah,
film in
exactly.
the past
Yeah.
10
Years,
Years.
or
10
whatever.
years.
Yeah, 10 years.
It
Yeah.
is the 10th anniversary of.
Roughly. Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
roughly.
no, not roughly. It is
No?
the 10th
Well, even this
anniversary.
month. Even this
No,
month.
it's not. It was probably like a couple of months ago. But
Oh,
Yeah.
well, yeah. Besides the point.
No.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Good film.
it's you know, it's the reason that everything came together.
It's the reason why
it's
we're here discussing this very
Yes.
topic. So.
Because if Iron Man hadn't worked, they could have just scrapped.
Marvel
the whole
would
thing.
have just gone bankrupt. But
Yeah, they just would have.
They would have just scrapped it. But look where we are.
Yes.
Okay, so
DC would be good instead.
like yeah.
No, I
There
don't,
is
I don't think
yeah,
that would have
no.
been the case.
There is an
No.
alternate universe where like DC is superior.
The
but
DCEU.
Thank God we
yeah.
don't live in that universe.
Yeah,
But Trump's probably dead in that one, so
Well,
Maybe it would be better. Who knows?
who knows, eh?
Someone build me a portal gun. Let's go find out.
Oh yeah, Morty, you got a C-136.
Yes.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you said, like we can't really like there's nothing more you can say about the film. Like everything's like the directing, the acting, the story. Yeah, like everyone moans about the supervillain with the same powers fighting, but then that was the first one, so they never knew that was going to really
Everyone
become
learns
a
from their
thing.
mistakes.
And it's
They
not
did,
like
and they did though, but they did
Yeah.
really learn from those problems
like they've done it again, but they've done it
by accident.
better. No, they've redone it, but they've done it better
Yeah.
when they have had to use
When they've
that
had to use
trope
the same
again.
sort of yeah.
I
yeah.
still think though, alright, the fight was anticlimactic, but Obadiah Stane is
Yes.
the character's name. Yeah,
Yes.
he's still one of the better villains today because he
Yeah,
had
I'd
these
say
connections to
he's
Iron
not
Man.
the best,
Yeah.
but he's
He's
definitely
up there.
up
He's one
near
of
the
the
top
best.
two because he
Good-
has a personality and he has
Yeah.
a real character about it.
Like the
Yeah,
only
story.
the only thing that I have
and I
with
like
Graham
I
with
like
the
a
film
good
is the
Muhaha
fight
villain
the fight itself, but everything
Yeah, no.
before that was
Their history, yeah.
story. It all
like
makes
nothing wrong with the
sense.
character
That
or
makes
anything like that.
sense.
Everything up to like where that fight began.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, that's all the positive stuff out of the way. Shall we move on to the Incredible Hulk?
And then the ending press
Well,
conference.
this is where the viewers
Oh
go
yeah,
away.
I am Iron Man.
Well, this is when the views click off and.
Oh, what
Just
the
think,
Incredible?
fuck
Okay, so the Incredible
me.
Hulk.
No, this is when they click on.
This is click on. I watched it in 4K last night.
I watched it in
It looks
Blu-ray
good.
last night.
It looks like you fell asleep, didn't you?
I
Yeah.
I watched it on Showbox 10 months ago.
Can't talk about that here.
Copyright.
Bleep that out. Yeah.
You watched it on beep.
I watched it on the beep.
I watched it on the beep.
On a good old beep C.
I was just thinking that. Okay,
I
yeah.
watched
So
it on
Incredible
Blobs
Hulk.
and bleeps.
Incredible Hulk.
It's not incredible.
It's no, it's
No,
not incredible.
nowhere
It's
near.
the average Hulk.
It's just I.
No,
It's just-
like-
I don't think
Oh,
it's
yeah.
as
No, like
shit
the-
as everyone thinks it is.
No.
No, but I
It's
think
just boring. That's
I
the only
think
problem with it.
with what the case, and I think it's what the case is with a lot of people. Why they hate that film is it's like, all right, Iron Man came out. Look at this.
It was
Brilliant.
fucking MLG.
It's
Yeah,
brilliant.
nothing was ever going
And
to
then
be as good as that.
like the Incredible Hulk came out, and it was just like, well, how
Kind
can you
of-
go from making something
That
so
good
good to
something
just
so shit.
this?
Kind of like, I suppose, because Ant-Man and the Wasp, I've been reading reviews that people have not liked bits of Wasp, but then again, it's like we just said about Iron Man. It's like people want a good film better than Infinity War straight away, but we know we've got to wait next year. For
Oh
the
yeah,
part
it's
two.
like, yeah, it's
Like-
like we said last week, 2 weeks ago,
Yes.
whatever content
A month ago.
It's what we said at the beginning of our careers, 10 years earlier.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, but there's you're never going to get two amazing films in a row.
No.
There's always
You've got
gonna-
one. Yeah.
But then I will say that it's not shit. It's just boring.
It's
Meh.
a nothing.
Meh.
Yeah,
film.
it's meh. It's
It's
middle
the
of the
good
road.
dinosaur.
It's
of
like a
Marvel
good dinosaur
film.
of
It's
Marvel.
like
It's the good dinosaur
It's
of
a
Marvel.
boring
That could
Ant-Man
be
and
the
the
title.
Wasp. It's a boring Ant-Man and the Wasp.
But the thing is,
That Man and the Wasp
You-
without Mexicans.
you got to give Marvel credit though. That
Yeah.
could have killed them off right there and
They
then.
could, but
Yes.
they still made enough money. They still did get, and obviously like the whole thing of universal distribution and that.
Yeah.
It's
And-
sort of killed the momentum of it. I reckon if you would you have had a Hulk sequel with Mark Ruffalo fully done by Marvel? Would that have?
If Mark Ruffalo was the Hulk, possibly. Yeah.
If he was the Hulk originally, as
Mm.
opposed to Norton.
I think
then-
no. I think that's a completely. That'd be a completely different dynamic though.
No, like I
I don't think the film would be nearly what it is because
I like Ed Norton.
Yeah,
I think he's a very talented actor. I
he's
just
probably the
don't.
better. He's probably the better actor to be there in that movie.
In that film,
Yeah.
yeah.
Because I think with a boring story, you need someone that's sort of like just a bit like fucking nuts, like Edward Norton was. Whereas
No.
Mark Ruffalo's just so relaxed, it would just be like,
Yeah.
it's a boring story, and it's him just
It-
going,
it
yeah.
would-
So
It would have been
nice.
even worse with
uh,
Mark Ruffalo in that type of film, but if they
wouldn't
did
work,
one that
Well, in that-
suited like the Hulk's personality,
and especially the
how
personality.
Mark
that
Ruffalo's
yeah.
got it,
yeah, but
Mm.
later the strengths of how he plays it, it's
it would have been so
it
much
would be like
different.
Thor Ragnarok, like they play up to his strengths and personality tropes. But then I think that they discovered that Hulk is better as part of an ensemble.
Yes.
He's better in other people's movies because you can't, like with the first Hulk movie and then this one, like having too much of him is just like, because you're just waiting for the big CGI fights, and if that's just all the
Mm.
film is,
Yeah.
then it's boring.
It's 10 minutes. If the film you're trying to see is 10 minutes worth of footage.
Yeah, exactly. You
I
need
don't
to-
know, think
If
it's
20
that.
if you're lucky. Like 20 if you're lucky.
Like the
10
thing is,
Edward Norton.
I have
was
not
good.
fully watched it through since I originally fully watched it through
No,
when
no,
it
I
first
revived.
came
Yeah,
out.
no, I revived. No.
I can't.
Did you?
No.
Were there bits when you watched it last night that you're like, wow, this really happened?
No, there was a point where I watched it last
Tim
night,
Roth.
and I was
He
like,
was a thing.
I don't remember half of what I'm watching, and then I just went, you know what? I cut my
be
TV on
honest,
mute, or not on mute, but like on volume 5, and then just went to fucking sleep. It's
It's
that
the best way
boring.
to watch The Incredible Hulk.
Yeah, by
Yeah.
not watching it.
Mm.
That's the best way to watch that film.
I think there's good pieces in there. There's good set pieces.
I think they've missed out on like the secondary villain hidden in it, the leader.
Yeah, when it's like, oh,
Samuel-
let's tease Sam Stone's being the leader.
Samuel Stearns, yeah.
And then it's like, yeah, well,
they've missed out on
no,
that. Yeah, they've missed out on
Betty's
that.
gone. The only connection we have to the MCU apart from Bruce is
General Ross,
Ross coming back.
who appeared in Phase 3 Civil War, wasn't it?
Yeah, but that's nice that they still like.
Went, hello, I exist.
Yeah, you're still a thing.
yeah.
That's the thing. Like Hulk is sort of treated almost like
As if it isn't
the,
part of
the
the
unwanted
universe.
part of the
Yeah.
family.
Yeah.
I mean, if you had a big green guy smashing everything up, you would treat him like the
Oh, well,
unwanted
mate.
part.
No, but like it's a bit unfair that all them storylines that could have been have just sort of like been like, yeah,
Just
no,
gone,
like just
yeah.
like delete.
No, like,
Someone.
see, the thing is, if it was a success, we could have got She-Hulk somewhere down the line.
Oh,
I
fuck
think
it,
I still
yeah.
think She-Hulk would be good in the Netflix universe.
I still
Yeah.
think she would just be good
Anyway.
as a film because,
Yeah.
like, the thing is, looking at She-Hulk and the Hulk in the comics,
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
almost like
She-Hulk
you
is more of a character.
Plus, then you
Yes.
get sort of your buddy cop element.
Yeah,
Yes. And the whole feminism, because that's what it's about nowadays. The whole feminism uprising.
I mean, I wasn't actually setting it for that point, but yeah,
No, no, but
you've
it's
also
true.
got
It
that
is like
point.
the biggest
All
trend.
the feminists.
Yeah,
in the
Within-
world.
you've also got that
is-
point.
yeah,
Now, if it came out
feminism.
within the next year or so,
Yeah, it would.
I think they'll be like, oh my
Yeah.
god, another female woman. in
Women are
power."
great, and
Another
they're not
female
just
woman.
They're
Another
not.
female woman.
They're
yes.
not just white either.
She's green. I can relate to that.
yeah. Yeah, no. it'd be
I'm an
fine.
Yeah, there's a
alien
lot of-
too.
There's a lot of storylines that just sort of get like
Unfortunately,
mass, just sort of
gone.
like
delete.
deletion. Everything wiped from the archive.
Mm.
Again, bloody BBC. Third, yeah. So thoughts on Incredible Hulk?
Shite.
Meh.
I'd have to second Meh. It's
Yeah,
not
I
good.
don't
It's
know.
not bad. It's not going to change your life.
It's the good dinosaur of Marvel films.
Yeah. Whatever
I
we
agree.
said the
That's
other,
my
whatever we
opinion
said
on
the
it.
other week, what was the lowest rated film? Like in our opinions, not fucking Rotten Tomatoes. They are rotten anyway. No one
Yeah.
listens to them. It's that. Whatever
Yeah.
we said was the lowest rated film is that of the MCU.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
It's the worst MCU film.
Speaking
It's
of
the worst Marvel film.
Speaking
Actually,
of-
I probably wouldn't go that far.
Speaking of the worst Marvel film,
Mm.
Iron Man 2.
Oh boy.
I like this less than Incredible Hulk because at least Incredible Hulk's telling a different story, whereas
So-
there's not really a story to Iron Man 2.
No, I
No.
still prefer it. I still prefer it over Incredible Hulk.
Let
Not
me-
sa-
let
I'm
me-
not. I'm not
yeah,
saying
Yeah.
it's a brilliant film.
Let me
No.
just say that Iron Man 2
but I
has
prefer it.
12 minutes
Just-
of Iron Man in the suit.
Yeah.
No, he's in the suit, sitting on donut signs, chilling.
Yeah.
He's in the suit technically.
But full on fighting, that's like 12 minutes. Apart from like peeing his pants and that. Like, there's not a lot in there. It's like they had enough of the trailer and was like, yeah, we're gonna need him what? Nah, it'll be fine.
Yeah, he's Iron Man. He'll be fine.
See, like I think.
But this is when they're pushing more Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah.
of world building. But then it's like we didn't like him as much as we do now. It wasn't almost like, oh, Robert Downey Jr. is Tony Stark. It's like, screw Tony Stark. We want to see Iron Man, solve his problems and fight some people.
If they did Iron Man 2 sort of nowadays, would
Oh,
you
they-
think it'd be slightly well
Oh
received? Like
no, I
better?
reckon.
I reckon they
do
would've done
it
worse.
super differently.
I reckon they would have done it like Iron Man 3 turned out.
Mm.
I reckon
Mm.
that would have been like Iron Man 2
Yeah,
if it was made later.
I mean, I've got different.
that's part of the problem.
differing opinions on Iron Man 3, but that's for the next phase.
No,
Yeah,
that's part 2.
Yeah, I think that that's sort of the problem with, because I remember hearing about Iron Man 2 coming out, because like Iron Man 1 obviously came out in 2008, and then
Yeah.
I remember hearing on radio, oh, like they've fast tracked Iron Man 2, because obviously they didn't really have a film to come out, because
Yeah,
no,
they didn't, yeah.
the only year where an MCU film hasn't come out is 2009.
Yeah, it is.
Mhm.
Yes,
So like
yeah.
they did Incredible Hulk, and they obviously was like, oh, well, we made a lot of money off Iron Man. Well, we should just do that again, but sort of then almost like expanded it, which is it's a shame that it wasn't just like that we
And-
didn't get almost like an Ant-Man movie like there,
And-
like
and-
they originally wanted to do, and then have the original line for the
You
Avengers.
can't blame Marvel at that time. Whatever worked for them worked for them.
Yeah,
just
and they
thought,
were
yeah,
just trying to make money. Oh, I get
Because
that.
they
I get
needed
that.
it back on track for what they were building, so
Yeah.
you can't blame them. For
No,
it.
and they did
No,
well.
no.
They like you.
they did what was logical to them
Yeah,
at the time.
and it still made money. I mean, it was like fucking his elements like killing him, and I love how it's like
he's,
this element that he discovers like, from his dad's hologram. Is like it's impossible to sympathise, which he immediately sympathises, so that he can just
because he's Iron Man.
yeah, because he needs to wrap up all the loose ends, and it's in the script.
Yeah.
But see, the thing is,
But it introduced us to Don Cheadle.
it's still
Don
a
Cheadle.
better film than Incredible Hulk.
I disagree. There's actually a story, even though it's boring. Incredible Hulk, there's at least a story. This is like the smallest
It's-
chapter of a book.
But that's the
Like,
thing with the Hulk in general. Like you say,
It's
Hulk's better than a
boring.
team, but it's the same story in everything. I'm a big green monster. I need a cure.
yeah,
need
I
a
hate
cure.
being the Hulk, but I need to be the
People
Hulk.
are trying to kill me. I'm on the run. That's
Like,
every Hulk.
the way that I look at some of the Marvel films is the story isn't
Shit, we didn't
main thing in these films.
We didn't rank
No.
them.
It's
No.
to be an entertaining
Right.
couple of hours. Like that's how I see most Marvel films. Like
Yeah.
some are different. There are stories, Infinity War, Civil War, blah blah blah.
The big ones, yeah.
Avengers, there is stories to them,
Mm.
but they are mainly there to be entertaining films. And I think if you can't even entertain someone during what you're setting out to do,
Then fuck off.
then you're nothing basically.
Yeah.
Like films are meant to entertain at the end of the day as a whole, not just Marvel as
These
whole.
writers.
That's why you have so
That's
bad
why-
they're good films because
Yeah.
they may be crap, but they're entertaining and there's something there
to
at
appeal
least
to people like us.
at least watch.
Mm.
Even if it is to see a shit film, it's entertaining in that sense.
Mm.
And
And-
you can just like disengage your brain and just sort of watch it for like, an hour and a half.
Iron Man 2, the room of Marvel films.
Yay! Justin Hammer is like the only. When you think
Yeah.
of Justin Hammer.
Justin Howard, like
Yeah.
evil, but not that evil.
Evil
like,
can be
chauvinistic fucking Tony Stark. I like Sam
Yeah.
Rockwell though. Sam Rockwell.
he
He
did
does
his
pop
job.
up again later in a one shot.
Oh, does that? Wait, what? Does it?
Does
Yeah, he
it?
pops up in All Hail the King in the prison with Trevor.
Oh, fuck me, I haven't even watched one.
No, I can't.
I think I've only seen like one shot, but I can't remember what one that is.
I've
Yeah.
seen the Agent Carter one.
Anyway, we didn't talk about the connection between Iron Man and Incredible Hulk. When, like,
sorry.
yeah, so sorry. End credit sequence. We're really bad at this today. When Iron Man walks in, it's like we're putting a team together, and it's like, oh my god, these films are. This is real.
A team?
Then-
Could it be?
I'm sorry, what?
Could it
And
be?
then obviously in Iron Man 2, more
Shaggy?
Sam Jackson, obviously Natasha,
Yeah.
Black Widow's actually in it.
Natasha.
Rhodey
Oh yeah,
gets
Chef
his suit.
Bushy's in it. Yeah.
Yeah. Which in the marketing they took out all the shield badges to stop the spoiler leaking, which was quite clever.
Yeah.
And now they're just like, we don't give
Fuck
a
it, we
shit.
just won't show you.
It's logo. That's it. You know what it is.
You know
Just
what.
dun-dun.
Dun-dun-dun.
But
Oh.
like it did what it set out to do. Iron Man 2. It brought the cinema what they were building back on.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
it expanded the universe. It set us, and also like the post credit scenes, what Thor's hammer.
Did the Hulk have a post-credit scene?
Yeah.
Did Hulk
no.
have anything?
Yeah, post credit scene was Tony Stark.
Yeah.
Oh, it was them.
Yeah,
Tony and
yeah,
Fury
yeah.
in the pub going, "Oh,
Literally
we've
what we
got a
just said.
we've got a team."
That's literally what we just said.
we are. I'm sorry.
And then I was confused. Like we didn't just talk about it.
But you didn't say Ellis on the Hulk, but there you go.
But it did what it set out to do, and I
Yeah.
think it did it in an entertaining.
Well,
film
it still exists.
in the mouth.
That's what
It,
matters.
it may
It
be
was
a
okay.
shite film,
Let's
but it was.
let's do
entertaining.
what we forgot to do. Rank for mark out of should we do
And
mark
I
out of
just
10 or
love
5
Robert Downey
stars?
Jr.
Mark out of 10 or 5 stars. What?
What would you prefer, mark out of 10 or 5 stars?
The 10s.
Can we do it out of cannoli bars?
Okay, out of 10, what would you rank Iron Man 1?
Iron Man 1,
8.
solid 9 cannolis out of 12 dogs.
Okay, 9 out of 10, 8 out of 10. Connor?
11 out of 10.
No, that's not a fucking fraction,
Yeah.
you bastard.
Also coming from the man who was like, I
hate Iron Man. He's a wanker. No,
Yeah, I hate Iron Man, but 11.
7.5.
Okay.
If we can do that.
Alright, we'll let you have the
Yeah.
0.5 for now.
Yeah, but
No, I don't see anything wrong with having a point.
yeah.
It kind of negates the whole point because then it's out of 20.
No, because it's not quite a 7, it's not quite an 8.
Yeah, it's somewhere.
it's the
I
in
can't
between
decide
stage.
currently.
It's a 7/8 out
Yeah.
of 10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's Incredible Hulk. I'd say 5.
I'll say a solid 2.
Five.
can't watch the film.
Straight.
And if I can't watch a film, it's shite.
Shit.
Iron Man 2.
Actually, I changed it 0. Incredible Hulk 0. Yeah.
Iron Man 2.
Iron Man 2.
4.
Mickey Rourke was in it, wasn't he?
Mickey Rourke.
Yeah.
What?
I want my bird.
You wasn't in it.
I want my bird.
I give it a 6 because I do find it entertaining. Maybe not for the right reasons, not for the reasons they set it out to be entertaining, but
yeah, I'd say 6 then.
I want my bird.
it was entertaining.
It had moments.
No,
The odd moment.
and there was just parts that were just so stupid they were entertaining.
And
to
then
me.
and then like the part which you needed to see,
The
which
Formula
was
One
Iron Man,
race.
was like 10 minutes.
No.
Don Cheadle. Like, yeah, oh, that suitcase one.
Like, because the thing is, the visuals are still good in that.
Yeah.
film.
Oh, the visuals
Like,
are good.
everything's still good. In
Iron
the
Man's suits look amazing until Infinity War. That suit looks like shit in
because
Infinity
it's
War.
nanotechnology.
Yeah, but they could still make it look more like an Iron Man suit than like an Iron Man suit that got sat on by a fat kid.
Because their budget was clearly somewhere else in that film.
Yeah, but then why would you have that many fucking VFX shots? Anyway,
Yes.
so
Branch number 2.
on to the post-credit scene where they found Thor's hammer. So 2011's Thor.
I thought it was Captain America first.
What's Thor?
Okay.
No,
Yeah, no.
Do you want the fucking list?
I thought it was.
You
Chat
want-
was 2010.
No, I think they're both
They were
2011.
both 2011.
Were they both 2011?
Yep, Thor, Captain America, First Avenger.
Oh,
Oh, so
well.
4 first, right, okay. So
Oh, wow.
God of Thunder.
Shite.
I like the first Thor.
I hate. Like I've said it before. I
You don't
really.
like Thor?
I didn't like Thor up until Ragnarok. Not because I didn't like the character.
No.
Because like I liked him obviously.
No, Hemsworth's awesome.
When it comes later on, I enjoy the character in like Avengers and stuff like that. The films, I think, are just shite.
I like the first one
Like,
because there's only so much you could do with about a bratty space god with a magic hammer
It was
and
the
make it as
first-
real as it can be.
And it, like,
Those
a lot
first two
of-
do have a problem. Sorry, those first two do have a. Fuck off. The first two do have a problem of like
Every fucking
have to
episode.
get in this like have to get
Every
in all this.
fucking episode.
Let me finish talking and then you can speak.
Hey!
God
You do
fucking
this
damn
every
it!
fucking
Hey,
minute.
don't use Thor's name in vain. I am the God of Wonder.
Yeah. Like, the first two Thor films do suffer from the fact that it's got a lot of scientific techno babble and
Yes.
side characters that are
Right.
just so disposable, like all these comic reliefs and stuff. And that's but I feel like in terms of expanding it into space, which was like the first time they done it, of like this is like a wider universe than just Earth. I think it was like, it wasn't amazing, but it was still good.
I think
It's not the worst film.
The
of
first
the
Thor
MCU.
film is better than the second Thor film.
Oh, yeah,
Oh, yeah,
definitely.
absolutely,
Yes.
100% on that one.
100%,
Yes.
that is fucking boring.
Yes.
But like, because there's at least something to the first Thor film where it was like, oh okay, there's like generally a
You're
little
an old
bit-
man and a fool.
There's a little bit more reason to watch in this.
Yeah,
one.
definitely. Yeah.
Plus,
yeah.
it's Loki finding his feet.
Tom Hiddleston.
Loki was amazing. Loki
Yeah.
was
The
like
best
a breakout
bloke, the best
character.
villain in the MCU / hero, anti-hero, whatever the hell he is.
Slash sci-fi.
One of the
Mm.
best characters.
Yeah, one of the best characters in the MCU at all.
Top 5 easy.
And like, I think if he weren't in it, it would have suffered a lot more.
Yeah,
as
it would have
well.
been shit. Yeah.
Yeah, because you that like charisma and energy and sort of the play between him and Hemsworth is just
Because I
it's
think,
unreal.
It brought the humanity kind of
yeah.
in it.
He
and-
brought the human side to Thor.
I also
Yeah.
think in the Thor films, like Chris Hemsworth, really, I don't know whether it's him, and I doubt it's the way he acts. I think he was just written.
To
Like
be
the character was like,
to be cheesy and like I
Yeah.
am the god.
Yeah, very Shakespearean, but then that
Yeah.
changes as the
yeah, and I think as it's gone on and they've played, I think a little bit
He
more
don't
to how
give a-
Chris
how he
Hemsworth
wants it to
wants
be.
it to
Yeah,
be.
exactly. Yeah,
because
yeah.
he was
It's made it a better character, and I think that's what I like. But
because he was debating about doing it for a third time, but then having a different voice sort of brought him more up,
The freedom
more
he
up for
wanted.
doing it because there is a lot of just Shakespearean overacting in the first two films, especially.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just I'm the god of thunder. Welcome to Asgard. Loki, Odin.
and like there's a little bit of it still in like 4, 3, and when he does appear, but I think that's fine. A little
Yeah,
bit of
small
it's
doses.
fine.
But then he just sounds like a regular Aussie, and he's just strong.
But yeah, you can't have it through the whole film.
no,
There's a lot of like, granted, I'm all for a little bit of Shakespeare, Like,
Yeah.
no, I'm not afraid
Doth
to
mother
admit that.
know you weareth her drapes?
Yeah. Like, they even take the piss out of the fact that it's written Shakespearean.
They do, yes, they do.
Like, they know what it is, and I think they were like, oh, well, everybody loves Shakespeare. Like, nah, mate, it's not the fucking
ain't.
1600s anymore.
This ain't the Netflix series.
Like, I like it, but I don't like the way it was written in the film.
No.
It was,
And it's sorry, just to cut you off, because George just don't give me a fucking chance. This is the first Marvel where at least people knew what Iron Man was. They knew what Hulk was, but this who the fuck's Thor at that time especially.
yeah,
no one
at
knew
the
Thor.
time, it was...
Like, who? The number 4? We're making a hero about the number 4. But then,
Yeah.
oh wait, TH. Oh, Thor, right.
Oh,
Thor.
no, ever heard of the Greek stories, The God of Thunder? Yeah, I kind of have. Yeah, that dude. Wait,
Yeah,
that's a
Not
Marvel
Greek,
character?
Not Greek, he's Norse, isn't he?
Yeah.
No, but like in
Well, he's
Greek
Norse, yeah.
Greek mythology, I was about to
Yeah,
say.
but he's not Greek mythology.
Yeah, but like the way that you would look at it,
Yeah.
like
He's,
before it came out, it's like, oh, the guy from the Greek mythology.
Oh, but
like,
yeah, the Thunder Man. That's right. Yes,
The thunder from down under.
I read about him somewhere.
they were like, wait, Marvel made him? Like,
Yeah, it'd be like who? What?
what? And then like it came on, it was like this overacted.
Oldie fashioned, worldy.
Like,
It looked very visual, very CGI, very sort of futuristic. But yet it was just
So
I am
old-fashioned.
in the 15th century. This is like a Game
I
of
ha-
Thrones of the Marvel universe.
Well, that's why they got
It-
Alan Taylor for.
it was like the
second one.
Justice League. It was a bit like
Shit.
a bit
Shit and saturated.
a bit shy and almost like too. I think there was only one director for the first Thor film, but it was almost like there was two creative influences going
Yeah.
into
That
that
might have been
film.
been studio
Mismatched.
overpower.
Yeah,
like,
it could have
trying
been
to, like-
studio
Because
overpower.
Kenneth
at
Branagh
the
does
time.
really well with what he's got.
And
Yeah,
I-
no, Chris Pratt is probably the highlight. Well, no,
Chris
Tom
Pratt.
Hiddleston. Oh, she.
Wrong, Chris.
She.
Yeah, you mean Chris
There's
Evans?
fucking 3 Chris's. I
You
forget.
mean Chris Pine?
Oh no.
You mean Christopher Eccleston in Thor: The Dark World?
Oh no. Okay. Take 2.
Chris Hemsworth.
Hemsworth.
Liam
that's right.
Hemsworth.
Yeah, Liam Hemsworth.
No,
You mean
I'd say.
I like when Luke Hemsworth's in Ragnarok playing Thor. in
Vin
Loki.
Diesel.
Chris Hemsworth, given what he had,
He's become
Made
much
the
better.
film.
Phase 1 is
Yeah.
not sort of Thor's strength because it was almost like, oh, we've got to sort of introduce it so when the Avengers is out, everyone knows who the blonde
it's
guy is.
one experiment.
Yeah,
It's
it's the
just-
first foray into mystic and mythological powers.
Yeah, and
As well.
otherworldly
It was
stuff.
almost made to go right. Well, we know we're
It's a-
making
it's a-
Avengers
yeah.
at this point.
We
We
have to
need
introduce
to
him.
make this link. All right.
We need to make-
let's get Loki's brother in it. Like
We need to make you casual viewers aware that
Yeah.
we as comics are much more complicated and diverse than you think. It ain't just people in fucking costumes, it's people in other worlds and other universes.
that's
It's
the
people
thing,
in
yeah.
costumes
That's
in
not-
other worlds.
That's the whole thing of like the early ones. Isn't it?
Space.
That's the whole thing with the early
Yeah.
ones.
Mm.
It's like they were sort of obliged to do it, but then I think it's it's good. It's not. You're not going to really remember it. I
No.
don't really remember half the stuff that happens in it.
I remember just from the first time, I remember the odd moment, but I remember a lot of it,
When he
80%
When
being
he,
Loki.
when he breaks Bifrost, I remember that.
Yeah.
There's big dramatic pieces in there, and there's a lot. And
The
there's
only
obviously the
thing
journey.
that I kind of really remember is like the sea, like the desert town is like
Yes, yeah.
right at the end, and he's standing there going, "I've got my hammer" or some shit like that. But
when he gets
and
his hammer
try-
back.
the main thing I remember is him trying to pull his hammer out of the ground,
Yeah.
Yeah.
sneaking onto the base. Hawkeye
Did it
was
work?
there.
Yeah, Hawkeye. Yeah, a bit of world building. Shield, Hawkeye. Sitwell before we knew he was with Hydra. Spoilers for next part.
Like that's what I remember from that film, and it's not a lot, but it's more than I can
And-
say about Incredible Hulk. So
And Natalie Portman
nah,
at that time.
she was in it.
It's very watchable. It's just fun. It's just kills time. It's essentially,
It's a Marvel
It's essentially
film.
filler.
It's entertaining
Yeah.
at the very
Anthony
least,
Hopkins
even
is
if you
good.
don't remember anything
Ye-
about it.
You want an introduction, watch the film. It might not be the best, but deal with it, because it is the best way to get introduced.
Oh,
Or you could
6
happily
out of
skip it
10.
if you just know he's the God of Thunder and Loki's the brother.
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
6 out of 10.
5.5,
7?
Oh.
7?
7.
7.
That's just based off of memory. Yes, a 7.
around, a good film.
Hmm.
It was a strong start. It was a strong phase.
It was the first
On
experimental
to- yeah.
word. Sorry.
Onto the past,
Yeah.
Onto
With
the present.
a fun little romp from the director of Jurassic World 3. It is Captain America: The First Avenger.
Yay!
Yay!
Yay! My boy.
My
boy.
And he's punching Hitler. Chris Evans, like, he was a joke because he was in Fantastic Four and he's not going to be good.
God, that face. He's just so unamused.
I like Thor better than this.
Oh.
I'm very mixed
On
the
what?
Captain America.
Just the character or just this film or just him as a person?
No, not just the
I
first
hate
Avenger.
America.
Yeah.
That's
The
what you're
first
saying.
Avenger, I'm very mixed on it.
I can understand why. Yeah.
But the thing is, at the time when all these films came out, I loved them all.
Yes.
But going back on
I
them
still do.
with the caliber of what they've released
Yeah,
after
yeah,
it, it's like
yeah.
going back and watching the first ones, it's a bit more like, oh, I can't see why I enjoyed that when
You
they've done
can-
it so much better. Which
you
obviously
notice
that's
it, yeah.
always going to be the case with anybody. Anything you do, your older stuff's always going to be worse.
Yeah.
Like that's always going to be the case.
It's like our channel.
Yeah,
If we're still around a year's time, we'll just fucking shit on these videos in a year's time.
yeah. It's like it's always you're always going to get better and improve.
Yeah.
And like the thing is with Captain America, it's like one half of it I do generally really enjoy.
Which half did you like though?
I like
Before he
first
became
bit.
American? Yeah. Before.
I like the first bit.
I like weird CGI down Chris Evans.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean the CGI was very distracting, but it's
Yeah.
distracting now knowing
it was all
what
CGI.
Chris Evans
He looks like, yeah.
Looks
looks like. But at the time when I kind of didn't really know what he looked
I
like,
didn't remember he
He-
was Fantastic Four.
it-
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't remember it either.
I looked at him
and
for
it
who
was
the
like-
fuck's he?
I was about what 11, 12.
Yeah, literally.
At
yeah,
the
yeah.
time, my stupid brain couldn't understand that this was the same guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like it wasn't that distracting to me.
no.
It's a little bit distracting now, but I still prefer that period of the film a lot more.
Yeah. Yeah, before it was just, I am a superhero like everyone else. It basically was, I'm a normal lad. I might be skinny as shit. Ignore that for a
He
second.
gave you hope.
Yeah.
It's not
I'm a
about what you
human.
look like. It's about on the inside that counts, and the fact that you should know a Russian, German. No, it was a German. German. It was a German scientist.
Communism.
You should know a German scientist that will help you become ripped as shit.
Yeah.
I wish someone could
It was
do
good
that
values.
with me.
It was good values. He taught you the value of everything. He taught you that being a good person was that being a good
Being righteous
being a
and
good
a good thing to
Being
do.
a good person will make you cough and
yeah, being a
can't.
good person
It will kill
makes you a better
you.
superhero because you appreciate your power because you never had any.
Yeah. Which
Oh,
is
really, man?
why
With the
Captain
value of
America.
strength.
Which is why Captain America. is
You are
better.
failing.
America will beat Iron Man any day.
Let's talk about.
I mean, he won't.
Shots
Hugo
fired.
Weaving.
He won't.
So,
And like, I
Civil War.
no.
Hugo Weaving as Red Skull.
Oh yeah,
What are we
yeah,
saying?
oh yeah. Well, he was a thing. He was red.
definitely was very red.
He was red.
Boy, is my face red.
The most random surprise return, I thought, even more surprising than General Ross. Like, just spoiler alert for Infinity War. Like the fact that he just went, "Hello, I'm back."
Really?
Yeah, that's how I felt inside when I saw him.
Oh no! What? No.
No, like I love it. I was sitting in the cinema at that point. I was just like, "What the?" They brought death into the film, and then it was like the remove the mask. I was like, "Oh damn!"
Yeah, we were sort of like, wow.
The Grim Reaper is a thing.
I was like,
But then Death
"Marvel
is the reason.
created the Grim Reaper."
but then Lady Death is the reason that Thanos kills everyone because he wants to appease her because he
yeah.
sends her all the souls.
So to be fair, Death is actually part of the MCU.
They should
So
have
I
made
weren't
it-
too far off with my assumption.
They should have made that canon, made him trying to court Death.
Yeah, but
Yeah, but
at that time, I'd say least
a fun
favourite
little
film.
romp. Yeah, it's probably one of my least favourites. It gets better. It's like the thing is, the first films that aren't amazing, they're still not a bad start. It's just a bit
Yeah.
like
No, I still watch them.
It's rocky.
Uh.
It's rocky, but it's what they set out to do.
It's
in
like
the sense that
Adrian.
being
It's just finding
entertaining.
their steps like a YouTube
Yeah.
channel. It's just a case of
It's
do
like,
stuff, find out what works, and then just roll from it.
alright, this
Yes.
doesn't work, let's cut this before anyone starts asking questions. This worked, let's do more of this. And with Captain America, I always have a thing for like old, like films set in that sort of
time
era.
Yeah.
I would have loved to have been born in that. Don't actually quote me on that. I probably wouldn't. I probably would have hated it. But
I probably would have
yeah.
died.
I
During the war.
I 100% would have
I was
died.
on a ship was sunk, they blamed it all on me.
But like, there's so many good films set around that because it's so like obviously it's a really really big event in history as well.
Probably the biggest.
Done very well. I like the sort of the satire of like he was used as more of an inspiration to the troops, but then wasn't actually allowed on the field, and then
Yeah.
proved himself and was
He was a comedy act.
saved
He was
Bucky
a show.
until Bucky fell off,
And
never
then
to be seen again.
R.I.P.
and then again it was like, no matter who you are, you still got to
I will
prove
find
yourself.
you and I will kill you.
And it's the morals that come from that film. So, I mean, I just always have a thing for films set in that time period.
Yeah.
Gets him Randy, doesn't it?
Latest one,
Randy Rand.
Dunkirk and Hacksaw Ridge from this year.
He watched
or
them
last
both going,
year.
oh yes,
I actually did. Okay.
Tom Hardy.
In front of
Oh,
everyone. Yeah.
he's not going to be a bad Venom. I don't care if Spider-Man's not in it.
No one will.
But Tom Hardy can do no wrong in my
He
eyes.
can.
No.
He's overexposed. Let Tom-
No, Dwayne Johnson
Oh, yeah, exactly.
is overexposed.
What
Dwayne
the
Johnson's,
fuck, man?
Dwayne Johnson's just like his own continent at this point.
He is his own continuity. He's his own universe.
Yeah, the Dwayne Johnson.
See,
the
before
DJU.
Venom, when was the last time you saw Tom Hardy in anything? Ha.
Mad Max.
Craze.
Yeah,
The
Mad
craze.
Max.
Mad Max.
And then Legend before that.
Mad
There's
Ma-
a good...
Mad Max, Legend, Batman.
Yeah,
That one where he played the prisoner, the moustache.
yeah, but you're
Yes.
saying he's overexposed, but then
Because
that's...
they're trying to, as in they're trying to get him involved in too many like major franchises. Like, you know, because Tom Hardy, just like let him pick one and be really good at it. Not trying to be like, we should put him in this, and we should put him in this, and we should put him in this.
Yeah, he
He should
tried.
be Mad Max, and he should be Venom.
He
And
tried
he should
DC.
be in Star Wars, and he should fight in Star Trek, and he should like sort of be in EastEnders. I don't know, like
What is
hell.
this, Danny Dyer?
Danny Dyer.
Quick side note before we continue. Has anyone heard that they actually might be giving Danny Dyer's family a reality show like the Kardashians?
Yes, I want that.
I would so love that.
I want
It'd be
that.
the only bit of trash TV I might actually be like, I'll watch that, mate.
Definitely.
Danny,
That sounds great.
Danny fucking Dyer.
But going back on topic.
Yeah.
No, like,
Captain America, good,
yeah.
but not
Yeah,
good.
America
But not good enough.
The morals were good.
No, I
That's
see,
what
like,
we
just
had.
for that first bit,
Yeah.
I would still
Watch
say
it.
it's better than 4.
No, I find Thor more enjoyable.
I, like, at the time when they were released, I think I was like, oh yeah, 4's a better film. I didn't like Captain America. But I think the older I've got,
You can understand.
I've
The more you
changed
enjoyed
a
the
little
war,
bit. The more I've enjoyed the war, funny enough. Like, as bad as that sounds, but like the period around it,
We're
the
not
time,
evil people.
no, the period around it, the film set around it, the caliber of like the stories told from that time period, the more I appreciate it more.
Yeah.
The more I would go back and think, Captain America's actually
It
the
doesn't.
better film.
It doesn't hold back from anything because it is such a realistic, dangerous scenario. Ignoring the fact that they're really
Yeah.
tight superhero comic characters for a second. Like, it is a war film. They can't make up for the war.
And
Like-
like the thing is it's also the first instance of, hey look dumbasses, this is set
everywhere.
in your world, basically.
The war
Yeah.
was real.
It's like an alternative take on this. It's gonna hit close to home. It's real. Like that. That was almost like a little sucker punch in a way. It's like
to 4, yeah.
because it's like, okay, you had this universe, but you could have easily disassociated it with what has previously happened in our own history, where Captain America was sort of like,
This is what happened.
This
yeah.
is
Deal with
what
it.
happened. This is set in this period, in this time.
So, yeah. Rating?
Give it a 7.
6.
7.
So, near enough agreed on that
Yeah,
one.
7, yeah.
Except from George just being.
6. That's what I think.
And then
It's good. It's average. And then the film that made us
Drum
all...
roll.
Throw down
Ant-Man.
your shield. What?
You want me to put the hammer down?
Oh, put down the shield, isn't it? Put down the shield.
No, just put down the hammer.
Put down the hammer. There you
You
go.
want me to put the hammer down? No,
What?
bad call. He
Hey,
loves his
Thor.
hammer.
Put the hammer down.
No, great film. Like the best, definitely out the face. Spoiler alert for the viewer, but yeah.
Out of the
best-
phase,
The best
yeah.
one. Yeah, the best one.
One of the best ones.
One of the best
Top
films
fi-
in the
top
whole
5 still.
universe.
Yeah, top 5. Easy.
Top 5. Just for that moment of when that you've been building for so long, and then you see that group shot of them in New York together
One by one, they all come in.
in the cinema.
Mm.
Dun, dun,
With
dun,
the- with the music.
dun,
Yeah.
dun. Still goosebumps, man. It's
It is-
amazing.
it is.
And
I
the
love
whole
it.
way they get introduced bit by bit, and it's,
And everyone gets their
Yeah.
equal bit, and it's just like, wow.
Everyone has
we
their
got
one.
here.
Everyone
This
has
was the
their
goal.
one.
And then they show, well, actually, the bigger goal is they're going to fight Thanos, but that's going to.
Yeah, shh. We're not meant to tell them that yet.
Well, they already know.
yeah, but like, the
Yeah,
thing
no,
is,
I'm
at the
pretending to be
time,
part
like
of it.
I know Infinity War just come out and they were like, oh, it's the big crossover, like the big
Yeah.
That
thing.
was, it wouldn't have
But
happened
at
without
the
that.
time,
It wouldn't.
It wouldn't have
it
happened
would
without.
have been the
'Cause
same
that was the
thing.
that
If-
was the first time that like superhero franchises had crossed over and like they were all in the same thing. Because I know they planned to put like Wolverine in like Sam Raimi's Spider-Man 1 and stuff like that, and have like little things, but. It was
It was
big.
the
It was
first time
big.
it was
It was
done.
like,
Mm.
yeah, we're actually. This is the universe, and this
It's
is where we're
like-
going.
well, they connected in the comics. Why can't they be connected
In the films,
Yeah.
anywhere
films.
else?
Yeah.
and we knew it was coming. We didn't believe it, and then we saw it, and it was amazing.
Yep.
It was fantastic.
Nothing will
Absolutely fantastic.
beat. I still think nothing will beat it at the moment. It is.
Well,
I've
there
a lot
was,
of
I don't think
memories.
anything will beat it, but the stuff that comes down close is like the bits in Infinity War and stuff like that. When you see other characters combining with each other and just like unexpected stuff.
See, like
But that's all to come.
I think with Avengers, like don't get me wrong, definitely up there in the top 5.
Yeah. But.
But where it would have at the time sat as one of my favourite films, not just in Marvel, but one of my favourite films.
Everything.
Mm. Of all time.
Like, I think that's slowly slipped a bit as well. Not in the fact of the film hasn't changed, my opinions haven't changed on it. I think they've just done it slightly better now. Like I think at the time it was just so much of like, this is what it is. Like this is what we've all been building for. This is what we've been building towards for what 5 years at the time.
It's where it's 2012, yeah, so it was 5 years.
Yeah,
So,
5,
2008, was Iron Man, so 4
9,
years.
10,
4 years.
11, 4 years.
Yeah, 4 years.
What we've been building for. I couldn't do basic maths then.
That can't count. No,
But it's like I think Civil War
did
probably
it
a better film,
Yeah.
and I think Infinity War actually
But-
did it better as well. And
but
the
they,
caliber.
but they wouldn't have existed without
No,
the
I'm-
first world
yeah,
building
that's
that
what I'm
started
saying.
in this phase.
Like
It
don't
culminated
Yes.
with the fantastic finale
Yes.
of Avengers
Yes.
Assemble in the UK, but the Avengers everywhere else.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
we're extra special. We have the Assemble.
like I'm saying it is a fantastic film, and don't get me wrong on that. I just think
It's not the greatest in the MCU, but it is
It's
the
been
reason
done better
that
now.
Everything is.
it
yeah,
the reason.
it's
It's the first step that we built the house on.
especially when Avengers came out. It was like
I mean, the foundation
alright,
that we
shit,
built the
we've
house
done
on.
it.
we're gonna fucking go nuts.
We
now.
are lifting
Yeah,
our
'cause-
shields up. We've done it.
Yeah,
It's
because
like we are gonna go
because
fucking
realistically,
nuts
as
now.
soon as they were like they'd done it and it was a success and it grossed so much, they were like, we can literally like do any comic story and build. We can build this even bigger, and they did.
Kevin Feige, Stanley in an office went, "Why the fuck didn't we do this sooner?
Yeah.
They were like, and we were sitting bankrupt for so many fucking years.
Why the fuck didn't we
Why
do this?"
did we sell off our fucking rights?
Don't worry, I'm sure we'll be able to buy them back in a few years.
And you know what? They fucking did.
Hey, yeah.
Spider-Man.
But,
Spider-Man.
I mean, it's like, also looking at it, like, that was 4 years of waiting, and 4 years of world building, and 4 years of stories told. And that's what made it so good. And then,
And that's what makes the later ones even sweeter because
Yeah.
you've been with it since the beginning and you've seen this. You've seen these characters.
Evolution.
Yeah, you've seen the evolution of like Tony Stark, Captain America, Thor. All of these characters that started off as like almost like stereotypes of themselves from the comics,
Yeah.
and like more affected by the events of the films and everything that's happened in between, and like becoming different people.
Even the actors, I feel,
Yeah.
they've definitely
They've all
grown.
gr- they've all
learned.
They've all grown, they've all changed, they've all
They're
done
fine.
good things.
Once this universe ends, eventually, at some point, all good things have to come to an end. They'll be fine. They will still be relevant.
No,
I feel like
the films as a whole.
I feel like the
will
film.
always
I
be
feel like the
relevant,
films
yeah.
could realistically go on for so long.
they
And
are.
I
Like,
wouldn't mind.
Just with new people taking the helm each time.
Yeah.
Just the way their comics have gone on for
Yeah.
an eternity.
Well, that's the thing. Doctor Strange is the ultimate reboot button, isn't he? Because of all his dimensions.
yes. But
Yes.
can't we? Because I feel so excited to talk about it. Can't we just talk about them all? Or are we just ending the button now? We just.
We've got to end the button.
I mean, we'll be here all day if we want to talk about them all.
Yeah.
But
we will
If
carry.
Army wants to.
We will. Yeah, we will carry on because
Yeah.
they just like doing it by phases gives us more of a focus. Whereas
gives-
otherwise, we'd literally because we've strayed into Infinity War so much already.
And doesn't give these guys an overload. The
And
viewers.
can I also just say, we compare Avengers to, I know what's just come out, Justice League. Like,
That's how not to do a universe because it's
Yeah.
built wrong.
Yes.
it's like Avengers was
the way to do it.
Yeah,
was
you
the
in-
4-year way, it was the 4 year of everything.
And
Where
plus-
Justice League was, alright, let's just throw all these characters in.
Yeah. Bang,
Like
bang,
we
bang,
don't
bang,
need
bang.
we don't need to create these stories before,
No.
like as we've said
But then create-
with
yeah.
like some of these films, like
But creating
yeah,
the
then-
stories, no matter how good or bad, makes
Yeah.
you care about the characters, makes you like
Believe in
invested in their story.
them.
and like alright, some of the films from Phase Ones aren't the best now that you look back at them, but at the time they're,
So
like,
they're all part of the big
we are
universe.
introducing them now. Where Justice League was, alright, let's just introduce them all
Bang,
and let's
bang,
let's
bang.
create one of the biggest things in our comic books
Yeah.
Out of a
in about
JPEG file.
in about 6 months.
Yeah. It
Like,
was,
it's not gonna get you as invested as Avengers did, and
No.
Avengers did it right for that reason.
And Avengers know what they do. Like, Marvel know what they're doing. They built towards something, and they know their goal for each part. And I think Phase One
Experimentary.
is even if it ended after Phase One, I'd be fine with.
Yeah,
Mm.
like that would have been like, alright, peak.
Well,
It always would have been what if.
No, it would have
It
been
was
what it would have been
what
what
if.
if, but you'd have got that journey, like even the small journey
Mm.
between those first 6 films, is just
Yes and
so
no.
amazing, and just like having that having that cliffhanger of they're still out there and they're dangerous and you've let them loose on the world. It's like, but now every world knows it. They'll come back because we need them to. Like there's that carries on, and like you could write, there could be
It leaves
so
it
many
open.
adventures just in your head. Like if it ended on that, I'd be really happy.
Yeah.
But then like that's just part one of this
It
multi-part universe.
feels like never ending at this point.
Yeah.
The MCU feels like never ending.
In the best possible way.
And like,
Yeah, no, of course.
there's so many of them now. Like, even when there is a shit one every so often, it's like it's easily
one that's not as
brushed
good.
over.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because you're like, oh well, like because that's the thing. I think having still going back to Ant-Man and the Wasp, following a film like Infinity War, big things are going to be expected, but you know
You
that
really are
you know
gonna
that the
get-
tone's going to be different
You
because
really
of
are.
what kind of superhero Ant-Man is. Plus, you know you're not going to get a fucking deep another gut punch of a film straight after Infinity War. You don't want you to depress your audience anymore.
It would be an overload. You literally wouldn't be the same.
Yeah.
And like, take another Avengers film, Age of Ultron. That
Yeah.
was shite.
No, it wasn't shit. It's better than you think it is.
The most
It's
divided-
definitely
the-
better than what a lot of people say about it.
The
Yeah.
most divided Avengers entry, MCU entry.
I
think.
Yeah,
really
but
like
like-
Age of Ultron.
So I'm sticking with the point that I was saying. It's like, alright, it's not the worst thing out there by far, but it's one of those ones that is just brushed aside.
But
In a way, it's like there's
Yeah.
But then sometimes I feel like Marvel.
because then it was like, oh, Civil War's hit. Like, this is the Avengers, but not.
But then
Avengers
without
film.
Civil War, but without Ultron, you wouldn't have Civil War.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
still
Without
need
all of them,
Ultron.
Exactly.
Without
It's like
one of them, you
they
wouldn't have the whole thing.
all need to go into each other, and not all
Yeah.
of them are going to be great.
They're all part of a bigger machine. Like this.
Yeah.
The thing I will say about Marvel is sometimes they are the victim of their own success. They have a film that's so good that you just can't top it, whether it be a sequel to, like that feeling at the Avengers, like seeing them all these characters on screen for the first time. You're never going to get that again.
Nope.
And so you can't. It's almost like they were never really going to win with like the expectation of Avengers 2. Avengers 3 sort of built up because of the stories all from every single film coming together. That's like why it works. But there's films where you can't just live up to the hype all the time, and like that's the problem when you just have such good films.
Guardians 2, I'd say that.
Stop talking about other films.
Well,
The man who was just talking about.
I'm one
No,
of
but
to
you-
talk
no,
about them
no,
all.
no, but you were the one
yeah,
you
I
were
know.
saying
I
about
brought,
like
I brought that
Age
one
of
up.
Ultron. I'm just saying that is sort of almost like how they
wanna
cause
talk-
they are like the sword for their own back sometimes.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, we've done this really good film. It's like, oh, how do we top that?
It's like it's a
But do it
double-edged
differently.
sword
Yeah.
sometimes.
You can't.
And this is like the only phase where it's sort of like they're all the same genre, if you get what I mean. They're all standard superhero films, whereas they do really play with like towards the back end of, well, like through phase 2 and in like throughout phase 3 of like having like a genre that is a superhero movie, not just a superhero movie with like a load of these tropes in, like because Ant-Man becomes comedy, like a comedy heist film. You've got the space opera with Guardians. You've got the big spy espionage thriller with Winter Soldier.
Yes.
You've got the more fantasy based.
Phase 2 is the one where it kind of establishes that.
Well,
alright,
they were more able to take risks, weren't they?
more experimental in
Mm.
a way than this phase. Phase 1 was basically saying, look, these guys exist.
Yeah, to wrap up
Mm.
phase 1, it is alright. These are the characters. This is a universe that we're gonna build. We have to introduce these characters before we can go forward.
Yeah.
Thank you for watching, and now let's make some more films. Like
Yeah.
that's what all the other
Avengers came out, and then it was like,
Okay.
alright, now we're gonna give
Gonna
you.
get into the good stuff.
You've
now
watched
we're
the,
gonna
you've
give
watched
you
the
all
prologue.
of them.
Yeah.
Here's
now,
the movie.
now you know the setting, you know the universe, you know what's going on.
Mm.
Let's roll with it.
Make it rain.
Yeah, let's make it rain. Stanley
is-
in a strip club just going dollar,
Yeah.
dollar, dollar, dollar.
It is very much like the first season of a TV show. It's like introduce the characters, build them up, leave them on an arc at the end of the first one, and then you pick it up and you get more experiment. They do, and the thing is, they get
Son of a preacher,
Could-
man.
because they get so much because they've made so much money and been more brave with each iteration. Like Captain America 2 is so much different from the first one, and so is
Mm.
Civil War. They try and make each sequel as different as they possibly can, while still maintaining a bit of what you like about the first film, but just trying to sort of almost hit you with what you don't expect.
I think that's how they should do every sequel, and I feel like a lot of the sequels, like not just going off MCU for a little bit, just every sequel. We say the other week, first films or the sequels never beat the first films.
Not all the time, no.
Not all
It's
the time. Sometimes.
very rarely.
But George's formula of doing what you liked about the first one, but then being different, is what works with
Yeah.
sequels.
But then sometimes,
Especially with Ragnarok. Ragnarok
Yes.
takes the character of Thor that was boring and
Make
but then
him fun.
makes him
sometimes it
interesting.
don't.
true.
So,
Sometimes it don't. So it's either it does or it doesn't.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
We will
Yeah.
we will get into that more in depth.
And
But I feel like overall, phase 1. I've got to say, probably one of my favourite. I think it's at the moment still, as a complete phase, still my favourite. There's a lot of good films in phase 3, but I just feel like once the story settles, where do you go from there?
I would also be more inclined to agree with that point. Because
Yeah.
at the time,
It's a complete beginning, middle, and end, really.
yeah,
Isn't it?
and
It's-
now
it's-
there's so much of just
It keeps
everything.
expanding.
so yeah, the end of phase 2
Like-
didn't really have an end.
everything's just constantly
Well, it did. It should.
ongoing
The
now.
end of
There's
phase 2
so
should have been
much.
Avengers, and Ant-Man
It
should have come out
wasn't.
before
Yeah,
Avengers.
it wasn't it? Yeah.
No.
And it's I think it's the reason why I know it's not Marvel related, but it's the reason why I like the Back to the Future trilogy so much.
Hmm.
It is a complete
them films.
beginning,
Middle
middle,
and
and
end.
end. And it rounds up the story nice, and that is what phase 1 is.
Yeah. It's the
It could have ended there,
It's
but
the
it
best
didn't.
first season of a TV show.
Yeah.
Mm.
Good way to describe
Out of
it.
like 20 at this rate, it's never going to end.
Yeah.
Not at the moment. We're going to be old men, and it'll probably still be going.
Yeah. Usually would have would it probably still exist then maybe.
No, probably. Until something else comes along.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tube you.
You.
My tube,
Boob you.
Your tube.
me tube,
Be you.
me tube, be you.
Me too, be you.
Yeah. Pokemon Go.
Pokemon, let's go.
Pikachu.
I choose
You
you.
need to get that.
I choose you.
I'm getting
I
it.
need to get a Switch.
I'm pre-ordering it.
Good.
I've got a Switch. Need
Ah.
to get stuff for it.
I've got a Switch too. I've got
Fresh.
stuff for it, but I'm
Yeah,
pre-ordering the Pokemon game.
Oh, I'm still.
Pikachu edition, because I ain't no bitch.
Yeah. So that was our roundup of phase 1.
Yeah.
What did you think? Did you think we waffled too much?
Oh,
Probably
I think we did.
Yeah, but no, more on track than every other episode.
Yeah.
A little bit, yeah.
We're sort of getting the hang of it
Yeah.
slowly.
I think we're slightly getting more on track each time.
You say that with
it's like we have a good
"Oh,
5 minutes of like being on track, and then we just like.
No,
I think we're doing fine. I really think we do.
No, I think our structure is alright. We waffle for about the first 20 minutes each time, and then
Oh, my legs!
and then we'll get on to a
Yeah, we
point.
say hello, and then
Yeah, just like real
we
podcasters.
say hello for 20 minutes. And
the only
Hello.
thing we need, and I don't care.
It's a
if it's-
catchphrase.
No, it's
Wabba
the
lubba
views.
dub dub.
The-
Sorted.
The views
The
are getting
views.
there. We need more subscribers, so please. Phase 1, when are we going to do our phase 2 review? Will we do that next
when
episode?
you get
Well,
Which is the episode 7?
episode 7.5.
No, the real episode 7.
well,
When you get back.
I'll do it. If you enjoyed this, leave a like, and we'll do phase 7.
Tomorrow.
Phase 7, phase 2 in episode 7.
Tomorrow.
I'm still ill and not with it. Leave a like, comment, subscribe. Let us know you want more content like this.
Please keep the views coming.
We're getting there slowly but surely. We're building.
Please.
Like
I've
Marvel, we are
told
building.
I've told George to show up on the way here. Please. Send us
still want to
emails.
know about this journey.
We'll
We'll
tell
find
you
out
about the
next
journey
time.
when you subscribe. So,
Yes.
like, comment,
My own
subscribe.
channel.
Follow at Pasty Sheep on Twitter. Matt, where can they hit us up for the emails, which we need because we fucking still don't have any?
No Bible contact.
At gmail.com. Yay! Yeah, so just
Please, guys.
the,
We are
the
learning.
more you do for
I
us,
mean,
the
in
more
all
we
fairness,
can then do
this
for
is
you.
a pre-recorded episode, so we wouldn't
We
expect
are like-
anything.
Yeah, but we're
all-born-
anticipating.
We are like all-born babies. Newborn babies.
We are like all born babies, alive.
Quote that. Yeah, that's our catchphrase. We are all-born babies.
We are like
We are all
babies.
born babies.
Yeah, no, we're learning. We're adapting.
We're getting there.
We're growing.
The more we get from the listeners, the more we can then do and branch out more.
I wasn't as savage as I thought it was going to be, so yeah, there's
Yeah,
something.
that was fun.
There's something.
But yeah, so anyway, it's been episode 5.
7.
It was happy month anniversary to Connor.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, shit! Hi.
Happy
I
month,
know,
Connor.
actually, no,
Hey.
it's a month and 1 week.
No.
A month would have been the episode that we were going to record in a
Oh,
couple of
no.
Oh yeah,
Continuity.
He remembers his continuity.
Oh no!
See?
Every
Very
decision
good.
clear to ripples in time.
I was going to say
Happy month in a week, and
Yeah.
we'll say happy month to you last week in 2 days.
happy
Yes.
month and happy
Sorry
month
about the
again.
confusion of having a pre-recorded. I'm
Yeah.
sorry that I'm going on holiday. We will be back. I
You
will be.
better be
wanker.
sorry.
I will be back in episode 7. The day I get back, we are doing episode 7.
Part 2.
Can we just call you from the cruise? Just like phone interview you.
Oh, is that what you?
I mean, you could just record it without me if you want to. I wouldn't.
Yeah, we could. No, we could.
It's
Like,
easier
it
than
will
waiting
work.
for the
Yeah,
Saturday.
you, again, I don't know
Don't
when
worry.
you're being genuine. You're just like, yep. I really don't think it's gonna work.
Quick, cut him.
Well, when you got 3 hours to wait for Matt to come and get you.
Oh, well, that's another debate.
I was
What-
being
What would be the
sick.
excuse this time?
This
though?
week.
What would be the excuse this week?
I was being sick again.
Me hand got stuck up me arse. The kid under the bed wouldn't leave me alone.
Guys,
I was being sick.
let's stop.
Guys, we're getting exposed now.
Exposed Connor likes his hand up his arsehole.
Wait, what?